a bit of a closer look at the tape deck plus a signal tracer update. Alright, here with you on this Tuesday afternoon, I'm sorry. Tuesday afternoon. Why I say it Tuesday afternoon, it's 10:54 in the evening. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that, how well you can see it, but there is a noise associated with this reel here, and I'm almost positive that is our problem. That's the noise. Pretty darn sure. Looks like it's just an old piece of tape, is what it looks like. See if I can pull it out. There we go. Yeah, that's just been in there. That's just flapping in the breeze in there. Looks like it's got hung under something. Oh, there it comes. There we go. Alright, there's your little noise maker. I'm guessing this, the guy, he wasn't wrong. It does seem to run, but that is the noise. I am pretty sure. Now, I don't know how well the brakes work. It looks like they're in pretty good shape. You know, this actually looks like it's in pretty decent shape. I was really kind of surprised. Now, I've been trying to get this, I don't really know that I need to now, though, that being as I figured out the noise. Let me go ahead and plug it in again and see if we can get it to turn it around here. Don't have a lot of room here. I'm working with number one, a limited space because of all the clutter on the bench from building the signal tracer and other projects. And so, you know, that's what that is. There we go. Now push that in, and turn that on. Now you can hear that. That's a little bit more than what from that tape was making. See if we can see anything on this side. Find my little switch. That actually sounds like the motor. I need to get this plate here off. This here doesn't need to come off, but I have not been able to get a very good hold on it. Let me unplug it. I think the only thing that holds that on there is that, and that lets that shaft come through there, I do believe. I can't be certain of that, but I'm pretty sure. I think that whole shaft comes out. Well, it kind of looks like to me, but I need to get this faceplate off so I can see underneath there and find out what's going on with that noise. Got part of it fixed with that tape out there. That was a little bit of it. Let me look at it a little closer and see what I can find out about getting that switch thing off. Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm here with you at 2:26 in the afternoon on a Wednesday afternoon. I just now got this piece knob off. It took me a while to get it off. I ended up listening to a kind of a hand I found on the internet about using the WD-40. I turned it upside down and sprayed it with WD-40 and let it sit all morning, and that seemed to have fixed it up pretty good. So anyway, that part of it's working. Now here's what I want to find out. I'm trying to find out is the there's a noise in this when you turn on play, and you see I took Bill's little tip about using the pen there to keep the micro switch closed. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but I do have a couple of tapes coming for this. Now here's that piece of tape I dug out yesterday actually, I think, but last evening. Anyway, what I'm going to do is go ahead and just turn. I've got these all turned down. Everything's turned down. So what I'm going to do is just turn it on and just listen to it and see if I can tell where the noise is coming from. It may be obvious. I don't know. Now mine's in a little bit better shape, I believe, than the one Bill has. Just looking at the motor go around, everything's doing that. I mean, that belt is loose a little bit, but it's not that loose. It's not bad. So let me go ahead and turn it on to play. Now what I hear is when I turn it on to stop, is something keeps going and making that noise, and maybe I can tell then what it is. Okay, this seems to make a little more noise than everything else, I think. I do feel some play in that also. Now, I don't know. Let me try it again. Yeah, see how long it takes to get that noise going, and that's to get that flywheel going. I think there's some lubrication needed there somewhere, obviously. So I don't know, it could be hitting something also. You don't get that at all in anything else until that play goes. That's a rewind there. Stop. And we go all the way down to fast forward. I think it's fast forward. Okay, yeah, it's still turning. It's turning rather fast now too. Now see, it paused. The guy said pause didn't work either, and I see why he said that now. All right, this is it. This is the problem I do believe that is with this unit, as far as the noise is concerned. Now, the other obstacle here is the power, not the power, but the audio output. I don't believe we have any audio output for this, so that could be anything from the playhead all the way through the electronics. You know, so we'll have to wait till we get a tape to really test that. So I think what we're going to do is unplug this, and we'll take a look underneath at this flywheel and see. Now, Bill said something about taking this off was a pretty big job, and I kind of agree with what he says. It looks like two screws there, and one down here on the, two down here on the, what do you call it? You know, there's one there. So, you know, there's some screws to take out if you want to take that part off. But I think maybe we can, if it's just a matter of lubrication, which I'm hoping. But that actually sounds like there's some metal contact there, that it's hitting something it's not supposed to, perhaps. So a good visual inspection, I believe, is called for next, and that's what we're going to do. Let me go ahead and do that, and because it's a little bit hard to take the camera along for that. And what we'll do is, as soon as we locate something, we'll show you what we found. Alright, back once again. As you can see, I do have the flywheel off, and it's completely loose from the rest of the mechanism. There's only 4 screws that holds that on. It's not really that big a deal. There is a item here that has to be put back in, that's on spring loaded, obviously. Not a big deal though. Now, looking at this way, there is absolutely no noise, and that's as smooth as the glass turning by itself. I will clean this flywheel all up while I have it out. So that's obviously not it. Now, it might be a little bit of a drag to that, but you know, there's supposed to be a little bit, I think, because it's such a heavy flywheel. But it has to be something under here that it's hitting, which would make sense. Now, if you look at it carefully, for places that maybe it's hitting, there's obviously a wear here with some grease around this point here. Now, I don't know what that corresponds to. It may be this spot up here. Let's see if we get a little bit better look at the whole thing here. Whoop. Everybody, we're going for a ride. Hang on. Alright, that's, let me get this out of the holder real quick. Anyway, what I was starting to say was this could be the grease that it's getting. I don't know. There is something sticking up right there. It's metallic. That could be it. I don't know if that fits right there or not. But I just don't know. Other spots that stick up are the screw here, this whole item here. Neither one of those, I don't think, would be it. Here's obviously where the bearing, or the bottom of the, the bearing, I guess is what you would call it. Now that's a little scrapey. Now I don't know if there's supposed to be a little bit more grease there or not. But that seems to be a little bit on the rough side, I should say. But I don't think that would cause that. I really don't. So I'm going to examine it some more closely, and maybe if I can find something a little bit more. This is the one I'm thinking right here. Is this, like I said, that little nub sticking up right there definitely is cleaner than the rest of it, obviously. And I think that would probably correspond to the mark on the bottom of the flywheel here, that dark area with the grease. So let me check on that a little bit more and I'll get back with you. Alright, I had it back together, but it still rubs. Now, I'm almost 100% certain this is the culprit right here. If you look at the wheel closely, you can see metallic or metal shining through that grease, and that corresponds with right where that hits. I've measured from the center to here, and is it. So that's what it is. Now, the only thing I can figure is possibly this has either gotten a divot in it, which there is a little hole there. I won't call it a hole, but you can feel a depression there in the, I guess it'd be helping if I look at where I was doing this. There is a little depression in that fiber. It's just a fiber washer, what do you want to call it. It does move also. I'm thinking if that had a little bit more space under it, it was put a little bit more upward pressure on it, it would keep that up enough probably to not hit there. Also, another possibility is take the Dremel tool and grind that down. There's really nothing there. I mean, it's one piece. You know what I'm saying? It's just a what do you call it? So I don't think it would cause any problem. The only thing I can see is the grinding. Getting in everything. You know what I'm saying? Just that wouldn't work very good. But anywho, that's what it is. So I don't know exactly, what I want to try to do. That nub there, if it sticks out, there's really no, it's no spring tension to it. It's just a solid, metal nub that sticks out. And like I said, it rides on that little fiber washer there. That and some grease, and that keeps it going. Anyway, it took me a while to get this all figured back out. and got it back together. But I did get it together once, and like I said, it just did the same thing, so there's no sense in putting it back together until I get it fixed. And again, I want to clean that wheel up, that flywheel up real good. And I don't really think all that grease should be on the bottom. I don't believe there should be anything hitting. And all that is this here. There was a big glob of grease on there. It's still there to somewhat. But that's all that is on the bottom of that, is the grease, you know, from that. And that just, you know, points to the fact that's where it's hitting. So I think if I could get that off easily, but I don't think that it goes up in there a little ways. I don't think that's the way to go. But I think if, like I say, if I have my Dremel tool, my little cutoff wheel, and just sliced a little bit of that off, I think we would be in business. That's my thought on it. So I think what I'm going to do is put this video together, and I got a little addition on the signal tracer, and I'll post that, and we'll get on with our lives. It is 3:21 now in the afternoon. I moved the clock back up on the shelf. So you guys have a great afternoon. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see ya. I gotta fix my camera boom too.